It's winter wine season, and what that means is that our fabulous Winter White and Winter Red are available at Cooper's Hawk. I love these wines. You know, winter wine like this is a very traditional style of drinking wine in the colder weather. This dates back to the 1600s when it was chilly out. People would take wine and they would make mulled wine by adding mulling spices to it, which give it a really wonderful warming effect, and then of course serving it warm. So what we've done is taken the work out of it for you by pre-mulling the wine, and the way that we do that is we simply take red wine or white wine and add a giant tea bag full of mulling spices. This is things like cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, orange peel, vanilla, all those really wonderful, yummy seasonal flavors. So we add that to the wine for a very short amount of time, just enough to really extract those wonderful spicy flavors, and then we bottle it. So there's a couple of ways you can serve it. Of course, warm is the most traditional way, and I've just finished warming a little pot of our Winter White. So I've just warmed it up enough. It's quite warm, but you don't want your winter wine to be too hot. Ooh, look at that, it smells delicious. So you don't want it to be too hot because alcohol evaporates faster than water, and the last thing you want to do is boil the fun out of your wine. So I've just warmed it and put it right into a mug. It smells so incredible. And you're really ready to go. I mean, you can from here garnish it with all kinds of fun things. Feel free to throw in a cinnamon stick or add a big apple chip to the side to keep it festive. So I know not all of you are in wintry places that are cold. Some of you are in warm places, and so I have another alternative of winter wine for you, and that is to make a winter wine sangria. So for this, we're going to take a picture, and first of all, we're going to take a whole bottle of our Winter White. You can do this with Winter Red as well. I just love the way that the fruit shows up very colorful in the Winter White. And to this, we're going to add a whole mixture of fruit. I'm making this one today with a combination of oranges and apples, and later on we'll add in some pomegranate. So you want to make sure that your fruit slices are really thin. And you know what I love about sangria is that there really are no rules. The rules are just to make it taste delicious. So if you want it sweeter, add more sugar. If you want it more alcoholic, add a little extra booze. It's really one of the most beautiful things that you can make. So you can see really thin apple slices. I use red apples because I really like the color looks. So I'm also going to add a little bit of Cointreau. This is an orange flavored liqueur, which again will really taste great up against the spice flavors in the wine. So I'm going to add a cup to this. That'll make it a little boozier too, which is always fun. So then I'm also going to finish this off with a little bit of spices, just to amplify those spice flavors. So I've got some cinnamon sticks. I'm also going to use some star anise, and this is really tricky because these are so pretty and I really want to use them everywhere in my drinks, but they're really strong tasting. So if you use too many of them, all you're going to really taste in this is licorice. So I'm just going to add a couple pods, and then let's give it a little stir. And for now, my sangria is done. I'm actually going to let this sit in the refrigerator and soak. The longer it soaks, the more flavor comes out of it. I'm going to let it sit overnight to really soak up the flavors, and then I'll pull it out tomorrow in time for my party. All right, now my sangria has had a chance to really sit and marinate, and all of these great flavors are starting to come out. You can see it's starting to get a little bit cloudy too from the fruit that's in there. It smells great already. So now I'm going to finish it off with a few extra touches. One of them being some pomegranate seeds. I love the way that these look in this sangria, but if you soak these for too long, the whole thing will just turn pink. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some ginger ale. This, of course, you don't want to add till the end because it's so bubbly it'll go flat if you let it sit for too long. There you go. It's that simple. So now that we've got this all finished, we'll serve it. And you can add ice to your pitcher, or you can just add ice to the glass when it's time to serve. You want to make sure to get a good amount of the wine, but also some of these fruit pieces. And there you have it, a little winter sangria. So stay refreshing over the holidays. Cheers.